Supply chain's role in circular economy and sustainability. The circular economy, CE, is a model that aims to minimize waste and make the most of available resources by promoting practices such as reusing, refurbishing, recycling, and remanufacturing. In contrast to the traditional linear economy, which follows a take-make-dispose approach, the circular economy is regenerative by design, seeking to keep products, components, and materials in use for as long as possible. Supply chains play a critical role in supporting the principles of a circular economy, enabling businesses to reduce their environmental impact, improve resource efficiency, and promote sustainability throughout the product lifecycle. Here's how. 1. Design for longevity, reusability, and recycling. The foundation of a circular economy is the design of products that are easier to repair, reuse, and recycle. Supply chains have a direct impact on this process. 1. Sustainable product design. Companies need to work closely with suppliers to ensure that raw materials, components, and products are designed with end of life in mind. For example, modular designs allow parts to be replaced or refurbished easily, extending product life. 2. Material selection. Supply chains are crucial for sourcing sustainable materials, e.g., biodegradable plastics, recycled metals, or non-toxic chemicals. They help ensure the materials used in products are not only sustainable but also recyclable or reusable at the product's end of life. In a circular economy, companies aim to produce durable products with fewer raw materials, minimizing waste generation at the outset. 2. Reverse logistics for recovery and refurbishment. Traditional supply chains are focused on forward logistics, moving products from manufacturers to consumers. In a circular economy, reverse logistics becomes equally important, facilitating the return, collection, and reuse of products and materials. 1. Product returns. After a product reaches its end of life, companies can set up systems for take-back schemes or product return programs. These programs allow consumers to return products for repair, refurbishment, or recycling. 2. Repair and refurbishment. When products break or wear down, supply chains are responsible for organizing the collection of defective products, disassembling them, and recovering valuable parts to be reused or refurbished. For instance, electronics companies like Apple or Dell have take-back programs where old devices are refurbished or recycled. 3. Recycling and materials recovery. Products and materials collected from returns and used goods are sorted and processed through specialized recovery systems. The recovered materials, e.g., metals, plastics, glass, are then fed back into the supply chain to be reused in the production of new products, reducing reliance on virgin materials. 3. Sustainable sourcing and procurement. Sourcing raw materials sustainably is one of the most impactful ways supply chains can support circular economy principles. Sustainable procurement involves sourcing materials, goods, and services that are environmentally friendly, socially responsible, and economically viable. 1. Ethical sourcing. In a circular economy, it's important to trace materials back to their source and ensure that they are being sourced in an environmentally sustainable manner. For example, sourcing timber from certified sustainable forests or metals from recycled materials. 2. Supplier collaboration. Brands must collaborate with suppliers to ensure that the materials and products meet circular economy standards. This includes working with suppliers to develop materials that are easier to recycle or have a reduced carbon footprint. The procurement function of supply chains can directly influence the transition to a circular economy by selecting suppliers who align with sustainable practices and circular principles. 4. Energy efficiency and carbon footprint reduction. Energy usage is a major factor in the environmental impact of supply chains. Circular economy practices emphasize reducing energy consumption, especially during manufacturing and transportation. By adopting sustainable energy sources and optimizing energy use across the supply chain, businesses can reduce their overall carbon footprint. 1. Renewable energy. A shift to renewable energy sources, such as wind or solar power, for supply chain operations can significantly cut down emissions. 2. Optimizing transportation. Supply chains can reduce their carbon footprint by optimizing routes, improving fuel efficiency, and adopting electric or hybrid vehicles for delivery. In the circular economy, reducing the carbon impact of transportation, especially reverse logistics, is essential for a more sustainable system. Supply chain managers must actively seek ways to reduce emissions and energy consumption at every stage of the supply chain, from sourcing to final delivery. 5. Collaboration across the value chain. Transitioning to a circular economy requires close collaboration across the entire supply chain ecosystem, including manufacturers, suppliers, distributors, retailers, and consumers. 1. Partnerships with recycling firms. Supply chains in the circular economy often require close partnerships with specialized firms to recycle, repurpose, or refurbish products and materials. For example, companies like Patagonia work with textile recycling firms to repurpose old clothing into new garments. 2. Consumer engagement. Educating and incentivizing consumers to return products at the end of their life cycle is essential for a circular economy. Retailers can create collection points for old products or offer incentives for customers who return used items for recycling or refurbishment. The role of the supply chain here is to build strong relationships and integrate with external stakeholders to maximize resource recovery and reduce waste. 6. Waste minimization and upcycling. Waste minimization is at the heart of the circular economy. Instead of sending waste to landfills, businesses focus on upcycling, transforming waste materials into new, high-value products. 1. Byproduct reuse. Supply chains can help reduce waste by finding uses for byproducts that would otherwise be discarded. For example, a food processing company could turn fruit peelings into organic fertilizers or compost, creating a closed-loop system. 2. Upcycling. Companies can design processes that allow waste materials to be converted into new, higher-value products. For instance, old plastic bottles can be turned into clothing fibers or packaging materials, reducing reliance on virgin plastic. Upcycling can reduce both waste and the need for new raw materials, which is a crucial part of the circular economy. 7. Data and technology integration for circularity. Technology and data play an essential role in facilitating circular economy practices in supply chains. Tools like big data, IoT sensors, and blockchain provide the insights and transparency needed to optimize circular processes. 1. Track and trace systems. Technologies like blockchain and IoT allow companies to track products throughout their lifecycle, ensuring that products and materials are being reused, refurbished, or recycled as part of the circular model. 2. Data analytics. Advanced data analytics can help businesses identify patterns in product usage and waste, enabling them to better forecast demand and design products that are easier to recycle or reuse. Conclusion: the role of supply chains in the circular economy. The transition to a circular economy requires significant changes across supply chains, from sourcing and manufacturing to logistics and recycling. Supply chains must become more efficient, sustainable, and collaborative to reduce waste and promote resource recovery. By adopting sustainable sourcing, reverse logistics, and collaborative partnerships, companies can minimize their environmental impact and create long-lasting value for both businesses and society. As businesses increasingly embrace circular economy principles, supply chains will become key drivers in building a more sustainable future.